Hello, my name is Dominique and this is Homesteading for Three if you are new. And I have to do a couple of gardening projects today. I cannot talk apparently this morning. But I have to add more soil to our potato bags as I planted the potatoes too deep, thinking that they were indeterminate potatoes, but they're actually determinate potatoes. So I'm gonna I did it to a couple of the bags. I'll show you when we go outside, but I'm basically taking the potatoes out, adding more soil, and then putting them back in towards the top so they have more room under them to make more potatoes. So I'm gonna do that today and we'll see. I do need some more soil. I don't think I'll have enough soil to fill my other grow bags. I have like 8 other grow bags I need to fill, and then I'm gonna plant like carrots and maybe some other things in there, but I might get my peas and my beans planted today. So that's exciting. So let's get to it. Now just an update on how these are doing. So some of these are looking pretty good, pretty green still. I have no idea what happened here though. This one jalapeno plant, all the rest look still really green. Some of my tomatoes are looking a little dry over there, so I'm gonna water them real good, but I have no idea why this one is all shriveled up and dying when all the rest in the same exact bed that are the same kind of peppers are fine, like jalapeno. I don't know. Okay, so I know that potatoes don't love to be disturbed, at least that's what I think. But I planted these way too deep thinking that they were indeterminate. So what I have been doing is pulling them out just like I would transplant a plant, like any other plant. Setting it down, filling this the rest of the way with soil, and then putting it back in towards the top so they have more room. So hopefully that works, we'll see. Right. Okay, so I ran out of potting soil, so I have 2 more bags of potatoes to fill, and then some of them could use just a little bit of topping off because they're not quite full. But I want to show you what we're going to be planting between today and tomorrow. So first of all, we're going to plant our peas, and I have 2 different, actually let me look at these ones. I don't want to do pole beans or peas or anything that, you know, that kind of grows up something, because I want to do bush beans and peas. So I need to look into these peas because I'm not even sure if there is such thing as bush peas or if they always need to be trellis. So let me look at that. But as far as beans go, I have all bush beans. So this is one I planted last year, so I have what's left in this packet. It's just a Blue Lake 274 bush bean. And then this is another one I did last year as well, which was Golden Wax. I love yellow beans. They're like my favorite, one of my favorite vegetables, especially garden fresh. It's so good. There's only a few left in here. And then I also bought these ones this year. Actually, no, these ones came with my green stock, I believe. So they are Gold Rush bush beans, another yellow one. Super excited about that. I'm also, like, technically you're supposed to plant, or you're supposed to seed start cucumbers, but I am going to actually just put these seeds in the ground. I have some cucumbers out in the garden, but I think I'm gonna put some of these in grow bags once I get more soil. They're only 52 days from seeding. So like that's plenty of time in our growing season to grow them. So I'm gonna try it. I had a friend who did that and she said it was great. She just threw the seeds in the garden and it worked and she got a ton of cucumbers. So I'm gonna try that. I also have Moonraker carrots, which I got from Harris Seeds. I also got the cucumber ones from Harris Seeds. And I'm gonna put some carrots in grow bags as well. And then as far as the peas, I'm gonna Google if there is such thing as bush peas, or if I'm gonna have to figure out some kind of trellising situation for these. Because now that I think about it, last year I planted these ones and they don't say anywhere on there if they're bush or pole, or if you have to trellis them. Like, they say nothing about that. So, but I remember they started to grow up and then try to like grab onto the chicken wire that was around my garden. So I'm thinking they need to be trellised, but I'm gonna look and see if there even is such thing as peas that don't need to be trellised, because now I'm thinking that's not a thing. So we'll have to figure that out. But I have, this is also from Harris Seeds, snap pea, a sugar snap pea, and then this is just regular peas that are like, they're not shelling peas, like you can eat the whole thing. But that's what I have for vegetables. I also will be planting corn, but that won't be till next week. And then also in the beginning of June, so today is May 20th, beginning of June, I'll be planting my sweet potatoes. They have not arrived yet. I bought sweet potato sets from Harris Seeds, and that's what we'll be planting a little bit later. So then as far as flowers, so some of these I believe say that you're supposed to seed start them indoors, and some, yeah, like this one says does not transplant well. Sow in open ground, well exposed when soil is warm. So this one you can sow on the ground, but it says thin when the plants are a few inches tall, does not transplant well. So this is one where I'll have to decide where I really want them to be, if it's a grow bag or what. But I also have marigolds, which, fun fact, is my birthday flower. I was born in October. And this one says, sow in a sunny location after the danger of frost, or for earliest blooms, start indoors 4 to 6 weeks before outdoor planting time. Well, it's too late for that, so I'm going to put them in the ground. And then I also have cosmos, which says, for early blooms, start indoors after all danger of frost, sow in open ground well exposed. So that is another one that I can put right in the ground. And then zinnias, after all danger of frost, sow in open ground well exposed. So a lot of these say like you can seed start them if you want them to bloom earlier, otherwise you can sow them in the ground. So we're just gonna sow them in the ground because I did not seed start them. And I can't even describe to you how weird it is to not have plants in my grow room right now, because everything at seed started is now in the garden. So that's such a good feeling. I actually was able to kind of straighten up my grow room. It was my craft room, then it was my grow room, but let me show you. So I had stuff all over this desk, and then I still have to clean up all my seed starting stuff. But I don't have a fan on in here and lights on and all that fun stuff taking up room. So that's really a good feeling. So I think what I'm gonna do is plant the beans and peas, and then maybe the cucumbers, and then we're gonna go to the store and get more potting soil so I can finish those potatoes, and so that I can plant the carrots and some flowers and whatever else I put in the rest of the grow bags. I have 8 more grow bags that are empty that I can put things in, so yay! All right, I think this will do the trick. I found 2 T-posts that I pounded in with a mallet, and then I just used zip ties to attach garden netting. So then I'll plant my peas here so that they can climb up, and I'll plant my beans in the rest of this area. Okay, so I'm supposed to plant the beans 1 inch deep, 4 inches apart, and each row is supposed to be 24 inches apart. So I'm gonna use this to make a straight line in my bed. I saw someone else do that on YouTube. I thought that was a good idea. Yes, I realize these rows are gonna be a little closer together than 24 inches. Well, I wanna do 3 rows. I don't wanna only be able to do 2 rows. So I'm gonna do 3 rows. 1 will be peas and 2 will be beans. This is the only thing I don't like about the beds is, well, now that I have this trellis, it's kind of hard to reach this side. I'm gonna redo this middle one. It's not quite centered and it's gonna bother me. Okay, that's definitely not perfect, but it's okay. Close enough. Hello, it's actually the next day, but I thought I'd sneak a little grocery haul in here and then I'll show you what I did in the garden. I did plant out a few more grow bags off camera because I had a friend that came over and we were hanging out, so I wasn't filming. But I'll show you what I did. But first of all, I'm gonna show you what I got at Aldi just now. So we used to buy these a lot, these moo tubes. They're like yogurt tubes for kids or adults because they're good. But we haven't bought them in a while, but we bought them because my daughter wanted some. I also got 3 sweet potatoes. If you see, I don't know if you can tell, right there. I pinched my arm between cardboard earlier today. I was trying to fold it in half and it pinched my skin. I got like a blood blister, so in case you noticed that. I got a big thing of Aldi brand Cheez-Its, which to me tastes exactly like regular Cheez-Its. I also got cottage cheese. I love their cottage cheese and their sour cream, my favorite. I got a kombucha. I've been getting kombucha lately. I did make it a long time ago. I made kombucha, but I didn't love it because it wasn't as fizzy as I wanted it to be, but I didn't realize to get it fizzier, you have to do a second ferment. So I've been learning a lot more about that. I just saw a video recently that Becky at Acre Homestead did. So thank you, Becky, for, I guess, reminding me about making kombucha and showing me that you can make it fizzy at home. So I have been buying a couple here and there so that I can have the bottles. So I'm saving the bottles and I will be reusing the bottles once I start making my own kombucha again. I will have to get a SCOBY. I have an aunt that makes kombucha. I think she still does, so I'm gonna find out if she has a SCOBY I could have. I got lime. I just realized this is lime juice. I totally got this thinking it was lemon juice because I was gonna get that for canning. I think you can use lime juice for canning, but I'll have to double check on that because I'm not 100% sure. If you know, comment below, let me know. I got this new dip, so it's called Beef Fundido Dip, and it's got sour cream, tomatoes, cheese, bell peppers, cooked beef, jalapeno peppers, and spices. And I was like, oh, that sounds really good. So since they have not had my Cajun crab dip in a while. I don't even know if they're ever gonna get it back. I'm really sad about it because it was so good. But I'm gonna try this, see how I like it. You're supposed to heat it up actually, so it'll be a warm dip, and then I have pita chips to go with it. I also normally get Greek yogurt, but I guess I was just feeling regular. I got this regular like light yogurt because it's a nice like lower calorie snack. It doesn't have as much protein as Greek yogurt, so that's why I usually go for the Greek yogurt, but I'm thinking it would just be nice for when I want something kind of sweet but not super calorie dense. I got vanilla and blueberry of that. I also got another thing of blackberries. They're still pretty cheap at Aldi. And I also got a thing of strawberries. I tried to get grapes, but they had no grapes. I was like, what? Because I buy grapes all the time. I actually got 2 bags of apples, because Honeycrisp apples, because we've been going through apples a lot faster lately for some reason. Just probably because it's warmer out. I got some tomatoes on the vine. I said to my daughter at the store, I can't wait until our garden has tomatoes growing in it because we have a whole bunch of tomato plants out there, and I will be very excited when I just have tomatoes and I don't have to buy them. But I also got 2 avocados. One of these is pretty soft. It's like almost ready so that we could have avocado toast maybe like tomorrow. And then I got one that's a little bit, sorry, that was my oven. I got one that's a little bit harder that'll probably take a few more days before it's ready, and that's what I wanted to kind of do to space it out so that they wouldn't go bad. Also, I'm starving, and we were grocery shopping when I was starving, which means I have a couple impulse buys in here. So for lunch today, we are gonna have macaroni and cheese and dino nuggies. Obviously not the most healthy thing ever, but again, I'm starving, and my daughter wanted it, and I was like, you know what, that sounds good and easy, so I like it. I also impulse bought these chicken melt sandwiches. I bought these a long time ago. I don't think I got them at Aldi, but I got like ones that look exactly the same, and they're really good. So I thought I'll just get that again. It'll be maybe a quick, easy lunch. I also got French vanilla. I got sugar-free creamer this time. I used to always buy sugar-free creamer, and then I stopped for some reason. I don't taste that much of a difference, and it has, obviously, it doesn't have the sugar. I'm sure it has artificial sweeteners, but that's what I got. And then I got asparagus, which is probably my favorite green vegetable. I just love it, so I love roasting it. So that was my grocery haul. Oh, plus I got a 30 roll pack of toilet paper and a 6 roll pack of paper towel. I normally get both of those things at Costco because it's, you know, cheaper long-term, you know, getting like per unit, the per unit price is cheaper because you're buying it in bulk. But my total for everything ended up being $98.47, in case you were curious. So I'm gonna get all this put away. We're gonna have lunch, and then I will show you what we did in the garden yesterday. Okay, it's been several hours. We went and looked at some dogs at an adoption event nearby because we are looking at getting a dog, so that's exciting. And then we also went and, what else did we do? I feel like I did something else, but I also took a nap. So, oh yeah, we had lunch and then we took a nap, or I took a nap. So I'm back here, it's evening, it's like early evening, it's like 5, almost 6 o'clock. But I'll show you what we did yesterday. So we went to the store and we got 4 more bags of potting mix, which I thought would be plenty to finish filling up my potato bags and fill the rest of my grow bags. It was not. I need 1 more bag still. So I'll show you what I did. So all along here are all of my potato bags. So some of them, like that one has a tiny little one in it. This one doesn't have anything in it yet, so I don't know if anything will happen there. If not, I'll plant something else in there, like carrots. But that is what that is looking like. I'm gonna water all this, it needs a drink. I filled out all of my grow bags except for 1. So I have 2 over there. As you saw, I have 3 right here now instead of 2, so that was a new one. And then I have another one right there. And then I have 3 over here. So, I have 1 more bag that I couldn't fill. And then this planter I got at a garage sale, and I bought this, whatever this is called, basket liner at Menards. And I'm gonna fill this with soil. So I need one more bag of soil so I can fill this thing and the last grow bag. So I'll show you what I did end up planting yesterday though off camera. So this one has marigolds, this one has cucumbers, and this one has zinnias. So cucumbers, you're technically supposed to plant them from seed in my area, but I didn't end up seed starting any cucumbers this year inside. And the ones that I bought are not looking, the starts that I bought and put in the bed are not looking that great. I'll show you that when we get over there. But these are only take 50 something days to harvest. And we have plenty of warm days left. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna try that. Also, I don't know why, but look how many weeds are already in this raised bed. Like there's landscaping fabric on the bottom and everything, and there's already a ton of weeds, which is really annoying. There's nothing planted in this bed right here, so I don't know why, but. And then I have zinnias, and then, so hopefully all that stuff germinates. This one has nasturtium, and this one has cosmos. Don't mind the motorcycle. Then this one, I also planted cucumbers in. And then this one is moonraker carrots is what they're called. There's some seeds I got from Harris Seeds. And then the last grow bag's gonna go right here, and I will probably put cucumbers in that one as well because I really want a lot of cucumbers so I can make a lot of pickles. You saw this yesterday in a time lapse, but just to show you a little bit closer. So I built this trellis with T-posts and garden netting, but we have green arrow peas and sugar snap peas. So I did Google, and yes, there is such thing as bush peas, but the ones I bought were not bush peas. They did need to vine and need something to crawl up. So I did that. Here I have Blue Lake 274 bush beans all the way along in the middle. And then Golden Wax bush beans here to here, and then Gold Rush bush beans there. So I love yellow beans. Hopefully we get a lot of those. But that's what that's looking like. Any green that you see here is not, oops, it's not beans or peas, it's weeds. As for our onions, so I do see a couple of them that are starting to come up, which is really exciting to see. I have seen some get dug up, like every now and then I'll find a little hole, or like there'll be an onion that was kind of pulled out and is a little bit out, so I have to just kind of push it back in. But I'm hoping enough of them stay in and don't get eaten by critters that we'll get a harvest. A couple right here, just looking really good. But yeah, so that's what we got done. So I'll show you the cucumbers too that I was talking about. These are not looking good at all. They look so sad. I know cucumbers don't like to be disturbed, so I wonder if because those starts that I bought at the store, they had 4 in each one, and I had to kind of pull them apart from each other. I may have upset them by disturbing their roots. So I don't know if any of these will bounce back or not. I'm gonna give them a good drink of water, but they are just not looking fabulous. But in the garden overall, so we have every bed and grow bag planted out except for that last grow bag, which I have up there, which will probably be cucumbers. This half of the bed right here, I have to break up all this because it's kind of clumpy, but this half of the bed will be sweet potatoes. Oh, I just saw a bee. That's good. Oh, I don't know if you saw it. Oh, there it is. Yep. Hello. I like the bees, but I don't want it on me. And then this one is gonna be all corn. So I'll take these hoops off most likely. The netting thing that I had planned on doing didn't work that great. So corn, sweet potatoes, and then the entire garden is planted out once I fill my last grow bag and that pot, which I think I'm gonna put right there and maybe just put some flowers in. Also, so you might remember these tomatoes from when I was planting out all of my tomatoes. So I just noticed 2 of these have been completely ripped out by critters. This one is doing so good though. Look at all this new growth. This is all new growth. It just looked like a stick before. So I think I might swap this one out for one of these ones because these 3 look pretty bad, but we'll see. I'm just hoping I got enough of a harvest where I can share some with the critters because I feel like it's just inevitable at this point. I'm hoping I can just share some with the critters and have enough left over for us, but we will see. Time will tell. But I'm gonna give all of this a really good drink, and today is Sunday, going back to work tomorrow, so gonna just relax the rest of the night. But I appreciate you hanging out with me, and if you aren't already subscribed, I would definitely appreciate that. Following along the rest of the garden journey to see how it goes. And hopefully we have more successes than failures. So thank you so much. I hope you had a great weekend and that you have a great rest of your week, and I will see you next time. Bye.